That's a great question. Should I wait for interest rates to go down to buy my first house or buy my next investment? Well, I'm going to go over 5 different things that may make you want to wait on lower interest rates. Now, there is a pros and cons to everything. So in this first video, I'll go over the pros. In the second video, I'll go over the cons. So stick with me and we'll go over these 5 things. First thing is a potentially lower monthly payment. As rates drop, obviously the same loan will obviously cost less. That frees up cash flow for other things, breathing room, investment, savings, anything you may need it for. May have increased buying power. So you may be able to buy a house that you would not have been able to afford previously because interest rates were lower. It's going to make the loan lower. So it gives you a little more buying power. Long-term savings, I think this is the biggest thing on waiting for rates. If you do get a 30-year fix and you go that whole 30 years, which is not very common. I think the average refinance or buying a new home is like 10 years. I could be a little wrong on that. But even like a 1% interest rate drop can save you tens of thousands of dollars over that 30-year period. If you know you're going to refinance and sell in 3 to 4 years, it really doesn't matter. Anyways, the same thing with lower monthly payment. If you're an investor, it will increase your cash flow for the same reasons that you're just not going to have a higher payment. Now, potential for later, just because now that you could get in the market a little earlier with this lower interest rates, you will have the potential for higher appreciation later. But we'll discuss that in the second video on how I feel about that. Now, like I said, my favorite thing in that is the long-term savings. So if you're gonna do this loan over a 30-year interest, or even a 15 would be great, just depending on what your plan is. One thing I will say is, don't make a decision on waiting for rates based on what the Fed says or what the president says, because statistics show that this thing is obviously variable. So you don't want to wait 3 or 4 years just for interest rates to go down. It's a lost time in the market. So that's some of the things we'll go over in the cons part. But definitely, if you are confident that, say in May of 2026, that you think interest rates are going to be significantly lower, go ahead and wait. But have a plan. That's the biggest thing about the whole situation. Have a plan. Know what your budget is. And do not base your decision all on pros and all on cons. Do your research. Talk to professionals that know what they're talking about. That would be real estate agents. Not all of them, trust me. Mortgage lenders. Not all of them, trust me. Find good ones and talk to them and be knowledgeable and make a good decision. And don't base any decision on what you see here on YouTube. I'm just a guy talking about my experiences with the research I did. Like I said, there's pros and cons to everything. So if you want to give a follow to or subscribe to the channel and check out the cons ones, I'll have that out in a couple days. So thanks for watching.